Hello everyone, welcome back to Let's Play King's Quest VI with the sound canvas. So last time we came here, we got across the boiling pond and we met this mysterious gardener who we know who he is really. But we still have this guy, this stone archer who's blocking the path. So we can't go any further. So the only place left that we haven't really explored is the Isle of the Sacred Mountain. Before we go there,
Alexander pulls out his magic map.
there's one thing that we need to take care of.
Alexander feels a strange pull.
Your candy dish is empty.
I am sorry, sir, but I have no more mints. Somebody has eaten them all.
Gee, I wonder who.
Well, get some more then.
I fear that is impossible. Without the ferry, I can no longer get imports from the other islands, and we do not grow mint extract on the Isle of the Crown.
Oh, I hate not getting what I want.
Yeah, well... anyway, we need to exchange this.
Would you mind if I traded this in?
Of course, Prince Alex. Please choose something in exchange for the items on the counter.
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I'll take the flute.
The flute? Very good, Prince Alex. May its music always be sweet. Feel free to trade it back at any time.
Thank you.
Let's try playing it.
Alexander plays a lovely little tune on the flute.
Doesn't do much by itself. But there's one thing we can use it for. Back on the Isle of Wonder.
Alexander pull. Alexander.
Yes, remember this guy? Well, we can do something about it now.
May I have this dance?
Oh, my!
Alexander stops playing the flute, but the wallflowers and snapdragons continue to dance, caught up in the music and oblivious to everything around them.
Well, let's take this opportunity
While the wallflowers dance, Alexander snatches the hole in the wall.
And now, let me just check. We have everything.
Alexander.
All right, one last thing.
Alexander.
Good.
Would you...
Alexander looks closely at the items on the counter to make his selection.
I believe I'll take the tinderbox.
Very good, Prince Alex. Enjoy your tinderbox and bring it back anytime.
Thank you.
Alexander.
Now we are ready to go to the Isle of the
Alexander
Sacred
feels
Mountain.
a strange pulling sensation. There appears to be something etched into the face of the cliff. Alexander decides to get closer.
Okay, so here, these are the cliffs of logic, this is the first puzzle. It says, ignorance kills, wisdom elevates. And actually, the Guidebook to the Land of the Green Isles flat out gives the answer to several of these. And the answer to this one is rise.
Huge blocks of stone erupt from the granite cliffs.
It kind of makes sense because the ancient ones were obsessed with flight, so...
Alexander stares with wonder. That's quite a way to welcome a guest, if indeed it is a welcome. There's nothing of interest.
Oh, my cursor was stuck for some reason. It's kind of amusing. You can, if you click in the wrong place.
Oh no, Alexander loses his balance.
Whoa! Whoa! Ow! Hey!
What, are you talking to me?
Oh no,
Whoa! Ow! Hey!
Hey, what?
oh no,
Whoa! Hey! Quit making me fall.
Alright, alright. Let's do this seriously now. Yeah, that's... The hot spot, right, by the way, is the forward foot in this, yeah, in this cursor. So... now we should save. Good idea at this point. Actually, if you fall at this point,
Tickets up next.
That wasn't a very logical step.
okay, so second puzzle,
Alexander
and here's where the copy protection really kicks in. It says a master of languages will blank. Well, if you look in the guidebook, it says that the ancient ones were fond of saying a master of languages will soar. And so you have to spell it out in the ancient ones alphabet, which is S-O-A-R.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs. Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face of the cliff.
And this one is even more cryptic. There's a poem in the guidebook, which I actually don't have memorized, so I'm not going to try to recite it here. But basically the answer comes down to, well, actually,
Nothing happened.
yeah. Almost forgot I want to save.
Alexander
I do remember the last line is third from the left and down you go. So if you click on this one,
Alexander gets the feeling that was the wrong button.
Oops!
Tickets up next.
What a riddle. Stones of stealth. Find a guide to keep your health.
indeed.
Alexander
So anyway, as I was going to say, in that order.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge from the granite cliffs. Alexander examines the strange etchings in the face.
All right, so this one takes a bit of reading. It's asking for the sacred four. Well, again, the guidebook actually it explains a bit about the alphabet and how the ancient ones had a philosophy of things that were base or primitive and things that were pure. And the four things that they held in the highest regard were the emotion tranquility, which is represented by this symbol, the color azure, which is this, the creature caterpillar, and the element air here.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps. Alexander.
Yeah, all silent cry the noble boulders. I'm not really sure what that's supposed to mean. But again, this is one the guidebook gives away the answer to. It's ascend.
The stone beneath Alexander's feet trembles as more steps emerge. Alexander finds himself finally at the top of the cliffs. Exhausted, he steps over the lip of the plateau and stands.
Why do you make such an effort to climb the cliffs, young man? The Wingèd Ones who live on this island have the power of flight. You could have it too, if you'd only eat a berry from this magical flying nightshade bush.
Nightshade?
See? The sweet berries will make you float like a petal on the wind. Try some.
You know, I'm not sure about that.
But who are you, matron?
Who cares? I mean, I am only a poor old woman who wishes you well, handsome stranger. Think of me as your grandmama, if you like.
Yeah, I think I'll pass on that. Your dismissive manner is like that of several other strange people I've met.
Stranger, trust me. Think of what I'm offering you.
I don't trust you, no.
How can this plant give the power of flight?
Listen, son, I'll be happy to answer any questions you like, but only if you at least taste these delicious berries.
Why? Why are you so insistent?
Young man, you offend me. I try to help you and you insist on being rude.
Okay, well, this is pretty obvious, but in the interest of showing every death.
All right. I'll try some of your berries.
Oh, goody. Eat quickly, dear boy, and I'll show you the way to the Lord and Lady of this isle.
What?
Slightly bitter, pretty one. Tickets owned. Next.
And then there's some land I have for sale in the death bogs of Tamir.
I know, right? No.
All right, then. Stay tied to the ground like a load of lead. See if I care. You human.
Human?
How odd. The old woman just disappeared in a cloud of smoke. Perhaps those berries are even more powerful than she led Alexander to believe.
Yeah, no kidding. Alright, this looks interesting.
There's a natural opening in the rock near the nightshade bush.
Let's go in.
Alexander crawls through the small opening in the rock. Alexander finds himself in a dark cave.
Yeah, I can see that.
Alexander can't see much of anything in the dark cave.
Well, we have just the thing for that.
Alexander takes the candle from his tinderbox and uses the flint in the box to light it.
This looks interesting.
On the wall opposite the cliffs is the vague outline of another opening in the rock. Alexander crawls through the opening in the rock. The lighting in this part of the cave is better. Alexander extinguishes the candle's flame and places it back in his pack.
What is this?
A natural window-like opening in the rock provides a view to the outside world. A peppermint plant grows on the window's ledge.
Oh, well, that might be useful against you-know-who.
Alexander takes a few leaves from the plant. As he does so, a strong smell of peppermint is released. Ah! Alexander crawls back into the first room of the cave. Alexander can't see a thing.
That's alright, we're leaving now.
Alexander crawls back through the passage to the top of the cliffs.
And, let's take a look at this real quick.
Huge doors are set into the solid rock of the mountain.
Can we take a look inside?
The huge doors are locked tight. Somebody obviously wants to keep something out or something in.
Well, let's take a look over here then. Oh, all the way.
Look, an intruder! Hold! How did you get up here, human?
I climbed the cliffs.
That is not possible. No one has solved the cliffs of logic in several centuries, and if the cliffs were to be solved, it would certainly not be by a human.
I didn't mean to trespass. I only wanted to visit this beautiful island.
No visitors have been welcome on the Isle of the Sacred Mountain in years. Not since the Red and White Queens had spies in the guise of friendly visitors steal our island's sacred golden fleece. But we will not display such foolish trust again. You will have to answer to Lord Azure and Lady Ariel. They will determine what will be done with you. I can assure you, it will not be pleasant.
There's that stolen property thing again.
With what trickery did you master the cliffs of logic and reach the city of the Winged Ones?
Only the magic of clear thought, my lord. I meant no harm.
The cliffs of logic. It is the sacred oracle's prophecy, Azure.
Yes, Ariel. It is lucky for you, human, that climbing the cliffs of logic is part of a prophecy that I cannot ignore. We have just been ordered by Wazir Al-Hazred himself to dispose of any strangers that might land on our fair isle. But the prophecy would have a different fate befall you.
The prophecy predicts that whosoever climbs the cliffs of logic will defeat the Minotaur. The Minotaur has violated our sacred catacombs and eats our young in sacrifice. Our own daughter, Lady Celeste, was taken there only this morning as his most recently demanded offering.
A dilemma, then. Whom shall I obey in regards to your fate? The oracle or the crown? But since Al-Hazred did not dictate how I was to dispose of intruders, and since you cannot possibly survive the catacombs, your imprisonment there should serve both purposes quite admirably.
How convenient.
I will not resist you in this, my lord. I shall do my best to save your daughter.
First, I must tell you that the catacombs are a labyrinth of rooms, a place of exceeding danger. You will need many tools and clear wits to survive it.
I am ready.
Very well. My guards will take you there now. You seem courageous enough, but the catacombs will determine how brave you really are.
Why did you tell Lord Azure you were ready and willing to face the catacombs? No one is ever ready, and only a fool could be willing.
And you are far wiser, I suppose, to leave a maiden to die? To not fight this plague on your own people?
Bravery and suicide are two different things, human. You will have a chance to renounce your choice soon enough, when you lay trembling under the Minotaur's hooves.
We shall see. Thanks for the escort.
We only escort you to your death. May the fates make it quick so that you do not have to scream long.
Just love that lip sync.
The catacomb's entrance door is locked from the outside by the Winged Ones' guards. It seems that leaving the catacombs by that door is not an option.
Okay, I better stop here, but first I want to point out that if you don't have everything that you need to get through this, then Azure will actually give you a chance to prepare and let you go, which is kind of strange, but they don't tell you what you need, but at least the game's being somewhat merciful in that regard. So anyway, next time we're going to navigate this labyrinth and save Lady Celeste. So until then, bye.